Hi, my name is Hamsa. I'm crazy about composting, and I'm presently now working with a company called Pro Earth Ecosystems. We do large-scale community composting projects for resident welfare associations, housing societies, schools, colleges. I'm from Bombay, now settled in Pune, and I believe that I'm on a journey where just trying to explore and see where sustainability fits. For me, composting fits the fastest and the nicest, primarily because it's one very simple way to reaffirm your connection back to Mother Earth. And I've always known that environment has been my calling, and I've been fortunate that I've met a lot of stalwarts, a lot of good people who've shown me the path to where I am today. Waste manage sort of kindled for me when I met Dr. Meenakshi Bharat, a friend's mom, who at that point of time was standing for MLA in Bangalore. And after that, it's just been one beautiful discovery after the other of reconnecting back and showing our love for Mother Earth. You look for a tribe for a set of values that you represent and that you can resonate with. And it was at that point in time that I came across Earth Shastra. It was recommended through some friend's friend. It had just come to me as a forward. And the more I read through it, the more I felt this is something that I should try and reach out to, because you don't get to speak to intellectually about people about things like this. And intellectually doesn't mean technical stuff. It's also going a little deeper to understand within yourself of what makes sense to you need not always make sense to others, and it's okay to sort of say that and be okay. And the environment space, I always feel, is बहुत burnout होता है, because you're trying to combat with action that was supposed to have happened 10 years ago. You're actually firefighting and you're wading waters. So it's very nice to have a sense of community where you're not facing that burnout. And I think that was something that I was expecting, and I walked in with that expectation when I came into Youth Alliance. And I remember one of the first things that Vibhuti had said in Earth Shastra was, she said something like Earth is home, and she had a beautiful poem welcoming us as home. And that really has stayed with me, because we forget in all of this combating of trying to get people to do a certain behavior, doing a certain action, we forget that we're all on this planet as home. And when you operate from that space, you just behave very differently. You don't look at the other person as an inconsiderate person. You look at the other person as somebody who's a co-traveler. And I think that's very, very, very important for us in our work. And one piece I see differently after the program is that my starting point has changed for connecting with people. I'm not trying to find that starting point on my own all the time. I'm trying to see where the person is, trying to connect with me. What is that space? The group is I'm not a very active member on the group, or not like I'm posting all sorts of things, but it feels having a sense of safe space has always stood out for me for the group. I remember Shashank had just posted something recently, and I just told him, listen, if you ever want to do this, my house is an extension if you want to host something like this. And he very quickly said, yeah, we need to do more of these sessions where there's empathy, compassion, because I really feel like we're all very brave to jump into doing something like this. Okay, I'm probably not even like in the top percentile of it. We're doing something very small, but that sense of ये जो कर रहे हो ना, वो आप अच्छे से करो और आप अकेले नहीं हो, आप बहुत प्यार से करो, is a very different feat altogether. And I think that's something that the community has always held that space. It's not like I'm barging into some conversation or whatever, but it's always there as a tribe. We were an online batch. We didn't sort of do more in person. But I always feel like if I call Chandramouli and speak today, or I call Mohit and I speak to him today, there's not, it won't be like I'll be met with a wall. there's always be warmth at the end of that phone call. So I do feel like that's a space that the network always holds for me.